Hello, gentle viewer. Namons here, and I don't know if you know, but recent news has recently surfaced regarding Jamie Foxx returning as Electro in the upcoming Spider-Man movie. So let's kind of dig into this. This is something that's been an exclusive article from the Hollywood Reporter. So I want to dive into that and show you guys how Twitter is reacting to all this. So let's go over the article real quick. Um, and start with the pun, of course. The next Spider movie is getting a major jolt. Jamie Foxx, who played classic Spidey villain Electro in the Andrew Garfield starring The Amazing Spider-Man 2, is in final talks to reprise the role of the latest Spider-Man installment starring Tom Holland and being made by Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures. Tom Watts, the filmmaker behind Homecoming and last year's Spider-Man Far From Home, is in the director's chair for the third installment, which Sony has dated for November 5th, 2021. Although moviegoers have now come to expect release dates to change amid the coup response. So most of the supporting cast from the previous roles, including Zendaya, Marissa Tomei, Jacob Batalon, and Tony Rivellori, are expected to be on the call sheet when the cameras roll in Atlanta this fall. Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal are producing. Marvel had no comment, of course. Story details are being kept under the mask, but having Fox return is a stunner as it shows the further melding of the previous Spider-Man movies into the current Holland series, which is the first one that has a Marvel running point on production. Far From Home began that Far From Home began the idea by bringing J.K. Simmons as Jonah Jamieson, the character he played in the Tobey Maguire series starring Spider-Man trilogy, a movie that tickled audiences with glee. Yeah, it was very crazy. I saw him in Spider-Man 2, like in Far From Home, and it's like, oh my god. And then the reveal that he makes at the end of that movie is like, oh my god. So yeah, everybody's hype, including a bunch of people's. Let's take a look here. Now, people have been kind of taking this and running with it, making other assumptions because you have Michael Keaton playing Vulture, you have him as J. Jonah Jameson, him coming back as Electro, and Vulture, Michael Keaton's Vulture is appearing in Morbius according to the trailer. And people are assuming because of all this that they were getting a live action Spider Verse. Like, two aren't really connected that way. I mean, obviously they share characters, but I don't know where this hype's coming from. This one here talks about it how he's making a prediction that Disney, Marvel, and Sony will do a Sinister Six movie made up of Spidey villains from all three series. So yeah, that's also a possibility too. They were trying to do that with the Amazing Spider-Man too. Basically trying to build it up really quick when they shouldn't have, and that's kind of what made things crash and burn so hard. Where is his prediction? This is a whole bunch of posts from him. Yeah, this is the whole thread here. I just won't lose it if they announce Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are back. Just say screw it and bring back Emma Stone and Kristen Dunst as well. People are living in the past here with this. I guess I should also say that this could not be Mark Webb's version of Electro, and Disney would be putting an entirely new spin on the character. Yeah, that makes sense because the Mark Webb one was horrible. That being said, even if it's a different style, taking on Electro, having Jamie Foxx open the door to a trip is it to having Jamie Foxx opens the door to a trip to Webb's Spidey universe. No, it's just them deciding to be cheeky and hire the same actor for the same character, but in a different series of movies. Prediction: WandaVision sees Wanda either come close to or actually destroy the multiverse. Doctor Strange 2, directed by the man Sam Raimi, sees Doc Wanda trying to piece it back together. Spider-Verse will happen after it's fixed. Yeah, so they're trying to say that because of all this chaos that's going to happen from those two, from that series and that movie, that it's going to leave this wide open. But I don't know. It's kind of tough to predict here, but the people here talking about how this is really crazy. This guy's tweet is like blew right up, like 2,000, almost 3,000 likes now. Quote tweets talking about how see there's Homecoming, or Far From Home, and the Far From Home. That is from the Morbius trailer. This is just stuff from the previous movie. And then someone did some artwork that has all 3 Spider-Men on it. So Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire. It's like, okay. We get it. You like this stuff. We get it. So anyways, yeah. And even here's a guy that showed off apparently Spider Monkey XX333 or 111, so 23 is one who did up this art. Yeah, looks pretty good, more or less. I mean, everyone's excited about Spider-Verse potential. Right now, I just think that Spider-Man 3 is going to be its own beast. It's not going to be connected to any kind of Spider-Verse live action movie. It's going to be completely separate, but we'll see. That's all I wanted to talk about today, though. I mean, here we got, where is this here? This is Screen Rant's same version of that article reporting on the article from Hollywood Reporter. And reason that they're talking about obviously is because they had discussions with, I guess, like I talked about with J.K. Simmons coming back as J. Jonah Jameson. He was asked about it last week sometime, and basically was real coy about it. Like, there's a distinct chance we have been in discussions, and I'm not going to say anything definitive, laughter, because I don't know if I'm allowed to. But yes, I'm very optimistic that I'll have some more JJJ in my future. So yeah, it's definitely like 3 is definitely happening, and they're definitely going to follow up on that surprise ending, that shock ending to Far From Home. So we will just have to wait and see, though. They're definitely not gonna make that that deadline, that November 2021 deadline at this point. Everything's been delayed. That's going to be at least summer of 2022 at this point, because they probably haven't even started filming yet. If they're still in negotiations with, say, like J.K. Simmons, they're not actually filming the movie yet, and I wouldn't blame them if they hadn't, just because of being safe with all the current health regulations surrounding the coof and everything else like that. So, anyways, that's my summary of these comments, this new rumor. Please let me know how you feel about this in the comments below. Are you excited for Spider-Man 3 to get underway and to see Jamie Foxx in that role again and try to sort of redeem himself from the Amazing Spider-Man series? Or are you just thinking this is getting too much and people are getting too hyped for no reason, especially about this Spideyverse live action that they keep wanting to get made? And it's not, I don't know if it's even going to happen at this point. It's basically something that they're playing with, and of course everyone's doing live action these days. But if Disney keeps like ruining their chances with other movies like Mulan and everything else, then Spideyverse may not get made that way. They may just do an animated sequel and that'll be it. But yeah, let me know how you feel in the comments below. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a like on there, and if you like this type of content, please subscribe to the channel, share it around to all your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.